Hey guys, JayShrek.com. Today I'm going to talk and address hip flexor issues. I had a question, actually it was a question from my sister about addressing on how to stretch the hip flexor and really get it nice and loose. Hip flexors, there's a lot of things going on right now, I think, with hip flexor tightness in today's society because of the amount of sitting that we do, which can lead to other issues. We're not really going to dive into those issues with for this video. I just want to talk about some of the ways that I address hip flexor tightness and stretch. So, first one, big thing, just get the hip flexor. Okay, if I'm going to do this is just mainly getting my quad here. If I just pull my leg back, this is my quad. It's really addressing my hip flexor. So I want to get that a little bit bigger of a stretch. So one of the first things I do is just start with a standing lunge. Okay, a standing lunge and keep that back knee back a little bit. Okay, so you can see how that's getting that stretch. And then if you actually take your hands and actually lean across over the opposite shoulder of the hip that you're stretching out, you'll actually feel that stretch increase. So that's one way of doing just a static stretch, just kind of getting down into the position to stretch. That works pretty well, but I'm going to show you two other more aggressive ways to attack that. The other one I like to do, and I tell a lot of my athletes to do this, is put their foot up on something. This might be just a little higher than what I would want. Usually I typically tell them their desk height, like their desk in the dorm rooms work perfect for this. Basically what we're going to do is I'm going to tell them to put their foot up on something and then lunge down back into it. And that's going to get the quad and the hip flexor complex. Really get a good pull on that. So just put the foot up on, and then squat down. It's a little high, okay? That's really stretching this out right here, right on that hip flexor. Exactly what we're looking to do and get a good stretch. Okay, so that might look like this. Okay, so you can see how that's getting that stretched out really well. And then I'm gonna break the video here for a second. We get a jump stretch band out. I'm gonna show you another way here to stretch that hip flexor. Okay, guys, now I just showed you how to do a standing stretch for that hip flexor. Now I'm gonna actually use a jump stretch band. These big rubber bands, these things work great. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to do this, but before I do that, I want to say about the rubber bands. If you don't have one of these, you don't need one of these. A piece of rope works just as well, and or even a big long beach towel would even work. Okay, but basically the bands work, I think, the best. Basically, all I'm going to do is I'm going to take my jump stretch band and I'm going to wrap it one time around my foot. Okay, this will anchor it on there, so that it doesn't come off my foot and slide and smack me in the face or in the back of the head or anything. But from here, because I want to get my hip flexor, what I'm going to actually do is I'm going to hold this and I'm just going to roll over onto my stomach. Okay? Keeping a hold of the band, and then I can take the band over my opposite shoulder as I lay down. Now, if I just pull this tight, that alone is just going to get my quad stretched out, but I really want my hip flexor. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to extend and pull that hip flexor up, feel that stretch, and it feels good. And what I normally will do, I'll close the hip flexor pump, I'll actually put it down on the ground, pull it up, get a good stretch, and then put it back down, take a little of the tension off, and I'll do it again. And let the tension off, pull it up, and I can keep adjusting by pulling more pressure or taking some off the band for what I need for the stretch. So, typically I'll do about 10 to 12 of those on each side, and it really feels good. It really helps you alleviate some stress and some tightness in those hip flexors, and it definitely works. So I hope that helps answer your questions, Corey, and I hope that helps all you guys out there. Address those hip flexors. They need to be stretched, especially in today's society with the amount of sitting that we do, sitting at a desk, sitting at computers. We sit way too much in today's society. So, hope that helps, guys. It's JayShrek from VarietyTrainer.com.